We are here now, present in this moment, in every moment, at all times, with you together, blended in your beautiful question-answer dance. These opportunities to have expression come your way in the form of your question and then you hearing the answer, having this vibrational exchange and then also intellectual understanding of that vibrational exchange at the moment or later is very satisfying. This is what brings perpetual into eternity. And there is nothing more that stirs up these beautiful conversations or question-answer dance within you as topics of relationships. We often say that even without relationships, it's safe to say for you that you would not even exist, as this reflection in different mirrors that are in front of you in more or less important relationship is another way for you to see where are you oscillating in your vibration, where are you moving, how are you moving, and where are you in a place of your own discovery about things that matter to you, about things that are important, the things that you're excited to see, not only as an idea flowing through you, but also in a place of its physicality. We're excited to hear anything that's on your mind, and this joint intent between anyone participating now, live on this broadcast, as well as anyone who has summoned this experience in a form of hearing pieces of this, clips of this conversation or this whole broadcast in entire form. We're excited to see where these conversations will lead you. We are ready. Go ahead.
Good evening, WEOLA. I'm going to ask a question about something that I probably have never really said out loud, but I'm going to take this opportunity to speak to you about it. So I want to talk about my relationship with myself. And I know how important it is to love myself. And this is something that I can sometimes struggle with. And what I struggle with is not loving how I look. And this is something that's been amplified, so amplified, during this time of Zoom with COVID, because at work I'm having 2-3 hour meetings on Zoom and we have to have the video on, and so I'm seeing myself very, very regularly now. And so I'd really appreciate finding a new way of looking at this, or at looking at myself.
What we will start here with you is for you to understand that you cannot not love yourself. That is never the case. There is no such a thing as you, within you, not loving yourself. You see, within you, you're made off of answer vibration, which means you're made up of this high energy. Some will call it pure positive energy. This love, this eternity that's moving through the question-answer dance, that answer part is always within you. There is no question vibration happening within you. The question vibration or any sort of discomfort that shows is when you're on a perimeter of yourself. On a perimeter of yourself is when you interact with others, when you start comparing. And on the heels of that comparing is where you start asking questions. So it is also safe to say that within you, if you're really looking within you, you cannot feel the vibration of question. In other words, you cannot not love yourself. You can just be so busy comparing yourself, in other words, having the attention on a perimeter of yourself, interacting with others, interacting with other opinions of others, other opinions of themselves, other opinions of you, which those opinions, those interactions are important for you to solidify that part within you and go back and see how it feels. We have not said it before, but you cannot not love yourself.
I think I do like, I also wanted to add, I like myself inside. I like who I am inside. It's the shell that I'm not too impressed with.
Well, we want to bring to your attention that even that shell, if you're really looking at that shell, even your avatar, some would say, your vessel, your human body, your appearance, even that cannot be perceived as not love if it's perceived from within. So we want to direct your attention, where are you perceiving this from? Are you perceiving this from within and understanding that your vessel is the way it is? That it's carrying you, that it's providing you with nourishment, that it's providing you with this beautiful life experience, that it's providing you with health, that is providing you with you experiencing with this amazing senses your physicality, you experiencing movement together with the non-physical part of you, which is this eternal everything that exists part of you blended through you. If you look at it from that perspective, there is nothing but appreciation and love for it. But we know what you're talking about. You're talking about when you get on a perimeter of yourself and you're interacting with others and you're comparing to others. Do not mistake that experience as something wrong. That experience is not you not loving yourself. That experience is about you asking question how you can love yourself more. Now that was also new and an excellent quote for Armand to put anywhere.
That's very cool. And I think you mentioned a word there, health. And I've struggled with my health for a while now.
Let's say that differently. You, from within you, are not struggling with everything.
Yeah.
You sometimes don't feel that consistency of everything that exists once you're in a place of comparison, which is inevitable for you. As we said, you cannot exist without interacting with others, without comparing yourself with others. But it does not mean that you are not feeling health. You're just activating how much more health can come to you. So if you understand that, in that if you get to be so sensitive in that moment to understand that as you feel unhealthy, you can redirect that and then redirect it within you and say, I know that within I'm healthy and that this balance, this harmony that feels like this is only me looking to feel more healthy, looking to feel more of that health that is already within me. We're not going to interrupt you anymore. We want to hear more that you have to say.
No, I really like that. I really like that. That's resonating with me. And I know that it is about going, because I do like myself inside. You know,
there is no other option for you to like yourself inside. It is only if you do not go and regularly shift your focus from inward outward, inward outwards, inward outwards. This whole question answer dance, but understanding answer is within you. And you will always find more ease when you're focused only within you, when you're focused within yourself, within your space on your own. We're not discouraging you from interacting with others, but we want you to know that every time you interact with others, you're gonna inevitably activate vibration of answer more. Kosta and Armand have traveled quite extensively recently, had so much more physical focus in shapes and forms that they have not had for previous 4 or 5 months. And then as they were experiencing that, the first trip of about 3 weeks was okay, and then the second trip had so much more going on, so many more questions being asked, so much beautiful expansion experienced in physical integration of it. Beautiful event that they hosted, beautiful private trip they took to Las Vegas about their own private expanding of their family in the future, all of them beautiful. But in that movement and interacting so much more with others, giving attention outwards so much more than usual, it was inevitable some sort of little disharmony to happen. And Kosta was waking up this morning thinking and looking for the place of feeling that health that he knows it's within him. And then cutting himself some slack and saying, if I do not feel like I can even physically talk right now, I will not host the broadcast. I will not be there. We will postpone that, and that's okay. And then as he allowed that feeling of ease, as can be compared to you, as you feel that comparison, vibration of question is so active within you. If you say to yourself, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to exclude everything else, and I'm going to get stabilized more within, because I know that within all of the answers are there. It's just that sometimes I stay asking so many more questions in interacting in relationships with others, and I don't go so much in. I did not make myself priority to go in. And as he was receiving that thought, as he is often finding the way to do it, as he found first ease, that there is nothing that he has to do, that there is nothing in interaction with others that has to be emphasized even more than already is. He found ease and then make priority. Even said to Armand, I do not want to be asked a single question because question is very active within me. And I'm so excited to find more of my balance. It took half of the day before he even went to go into his morning routine. And then he asked Armand if he wants to go to the beach as well, so he can have his morning routine at 2:30 p.m. It was already quite late, but he allowed it to go through. He allowed to go within, so much so. He was so clear about vibration of question being so active within him that he stopped everything else. He said, I do not want to hear, even if it's something super exciting, even if it's something awesome. I'm now making priority to go within and to find my new balance and new balance and new balance. And as he was finding all of that, the house got clean, the laundry was taken care of, as he was decluttering some things that were giving him not so much excitement in the place, so he could see fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller health. And then he ended up showing up and having everything organized with more ease than ever before, as he made focus on within him, as he looked in, as you have an opportunity at all times to look in. You inevitably all the time do. But when you feel that question vibration is active, you want to go in. You do not want to make excuses not to go in. You do not want to make an excuse. You do not have to hold the fort and showing how strong you are to interact with others or to give thoughts on a perimeter of yourself that interact with others. You can spend more time looking within. And he made this beautiful decision for next few days to detach himself from the context and from the content of everything that's coming his way, as he wants to feel more and more and more of that steadiness. Even in that one thought, he already found so much release that not broadcasting this particular experience was not an option anymore.
I think when you're talking about the question being presented to you, you're in that question mode like today, and this is why I'm asking the question now. I had a situation where the first Zoom call I went on, and then the videos come up and everything, and I literally said it out loud, was like, oh my God, and because I saw myself. And that's obviously the question is rawest. I'm on the outer edge, aren't I? So then I've got to be coming back in and saying, you are beautiful, you feel your own beauty and feel your own.
And you understand that reflection, in this case, that literal mirror reflection, giving you literal feedback about your look, you always have choice what you're seeing there. You always have choice for that. You always have choice what to see inside. You always have choice to appreciate something that you like, even though there are some things that you do not like. And let us put this way for you, you will never be so much so satisfied with how you look. You will never be so much satisfied how you feel your health. You will never be so satisfied how you interact with others. You will never feel that experience on a perimeter of yourself to that full extent in your physicality, because that would defy everything that exists flowing through you in your physical iteration, because that would mean that vibration of answer is so much so dominant within you that there are no more questions. And at that time you will be ready to move on out of this iteration and be on the way to your next.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Brilliant conversation.